Hey, how you doing today? I'm sitting here going through my electronic little Bible here on my phone. You can get it. It's a free app. It's actually called My Sword, or the Sword. But it's interesting because this has different Bible texts in it. Okay, and I just want to kind of show you the differences when you start reading Bibles. The differences. Now, being from the Baptist faith, most of the time we refer to the King James Version or the New King James Version. But I just want to kind of show you the differences in here. I'm going to go back here first. I'm going to come to you from John 1:1. But I wanted to show you the different Bible verses here. I'm going to go to the King James Version Lite, or the New King James Version. And I'm going to read verses 1 through 5, which read, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. In Him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not." Now, I'm going to just use verse 2 because it's one of the shortest ones in here. It says, "The same was in the beginning with God." That's the New King James Version. So remember that. The same was in the beginning with God. Now, if we go and look at the BBE says the word was from the first in relation with God. Okay, now let's look at the ISV. ISV said He existed in the beginning with God. Basically all the same thing, it's just worded different, right? Let's look at NET. Now the NET says the Word was with God in the beginning. Okay? Didn't say He existed then, just NHEB, He was in the beginning with God. And I'm going to go to WEB, which says the same was in the beginning with God. So you see, depending on what Bible you come from, or whatever, the verses can be basically the same, can mean about the same. Okay, although I do find certain Bibles do kind of twist it a little bit to another direction. But that's why in our faith that we try and rely mostly on one type of Bible. It's just like anything else. You start jumping books from book to book to book, and you start saying, well, why is this? Why is this? Why is this? And you're going to get confused because you have to remember a lot of those translations came from man. Okay? Just like the King James Version came from man. Based off the translations that they got back, in 1611. Okay? The King James Version, 1611. Remember that. That's 1,600 years after Jesus walked on the earth. There was Gospels floating all over. The Catholic had a version that was all in Latin and stuff like that. That's why the King James Version was made, so as it could be put into English so that the king could sit there and read it. Because the king didn't understand this Latin and Greek and Hebrew and all that stuff. He didn't understand that, so he wanted it in English. That's where the Bible came around in 1611. So anyhow, when you sit there and start thinking about history in the different Bibles and how the translations can actually mean a lot of difference. There's certain words that can mean, one word in the Hebrew language can be man. It could be Adam. It could be the husband. It could mean a lot of different things. But they all basically, as you can see, can be the man. Okay? So when you go and start doing different things in the Bible, it's nice to study the other Bibles and stuff and see what they do. And you're going to find out that even in the NET, they leave verses out. I don't know exactly which ones they are right now, but they do leave verses out because they're too repetitive, they say. And there was also a man who helped in the translation of the NET, which he says he was wrong in doing, but they asked him to do it, and he got paid to do it. He took it for the money, okay? So there again, you have to kind of question You know, which Bible do you really want to stick with? Okay? But all in all, every Bible is pretty much the same when it comes to Jesus Christ. So when you break it down, read it. Okay? Don't let it sit there in the desk corner collecting dust. You know, we got one back here, right there, just in case you need to get that Bible out and look at it. I mean, I got mine on my old smartphone, so I got it with me almost every place I go. So I just wanted to bring that out to you. I hope you have a blessed day, and we'll be talking at you later.